Welcome back. This afternoon, you're listening to the Todd Laborowitz Show, Real Estate Radio on Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. I'm your host, Todd Laborowitz, and we're speaking with Justin Saltzman. He is a personal insurance agent with Liberty Mutual. He was a relationship banker with BB&T for over 10 years, and he made the switch over to Liberty Mutual for almost 3 years now. He's got reviews over on LinkedIn from a Leslie. It says, Justin is a very detail-oriented person, very personable and passionate about helping others. His care for others, honesty, and work ethics is visible to others, and it is a pleasure to not only talk to him, but do business with. I consider it an honor to know him, and I recommend him. She left the word funny out, because since you came in, you've been cracking me up since we came in here. Now, Justin, how did you get from being a relationship banker over to being in the insurance business?
Todd, it's actually funny. I got married in August and switched careers in September.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. And so coming up on 3 years being married, my wife's best friend is a service specialist in my office, and she was after me to switch careers because I'm that personable person. And she hit me at the right time and decided to switch.
Now, Liberty Mutual, it's been around since 1912.
Yes.
And they bring in a lot of good, strong people.
Correct.
I guess I can call you young because I'm officially old now, up over the 40s.
I'm not going to say that, but sure, okay.
I think just run with it because I'm seeing here that you love soccer. You got the kickball. God, kickball was...
It's fun, and it is serious. These guys think it's the World Cup of kickball, and there's an umpire, there are rules. It is amazing.
Right, I know that. I was just too old to play, so that's what cracks me up is... Well, okay. So let's move into insurance.
Okay.
You've been in for almost 3 years.
Yes.
You're very knowledgeable. You come from a very strong office. They got a lot of great guys in there and women. So with insurance, you're also dealing with auto, home, life, and you're handling the areas Maryland, D.C., Delaware, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and West Virginia.
Correct.
Are you dealing with mostly auto? Are you dealing with mostly home? Like, what are you seeing that's out there that...
Because the market's back picking up a little bit from judging from my mortgage friends, I get a lot of home leads and homeowners insurance questions and to come over and to do. So I like to quote both and see if we can save them money on a multi-policy discount. Okay,
so someone that's doing a refinance or buying a house, you have a lot of people in the industry that you have relationships with, and you are offering free quotes.
Absolutely.
To compare with what they currently have.
And the best part about doing a refi is they want to lower their payments anyway. So why not look at the insurance while we're doing that and see if we can lower that payment?
And there's no cost to them. It's just a matter of
free
taking a look at it. And what are some of the savings that you're seeing out there? Not this like 15 minutes will save you 10% or whatever that commercial is.
Whatever that one is. No, we just saved somebody $600 yesterday. And it's gone up to $1,200. So it depends on the situation, where they are, where they're located. And really, I like to save $800 and say $800 each time, but it depends on the person and where they are.
Okay, so it varies each time. Now, it's interesting because we have a housing market. The housing went up, the housing went down. Different areas have different rebounds and different losses. And what I've noticed is whoever their current agent is, they don't reevaluate their situation. So it's up to the homeowner or the car owner to basically shop around and find out what you can save them.
Absolutely, and that's what all the commercials are geared towards. And it's funny is, as a consumer myself, you just get your renewal bill and it's paid through your escrow, so you don't want to take time to look at it. But you should, because it changes your mortgage payment. So you need to know what you're paying, what you're doing, and then call around, get a couple quotes.
Okay, so what I'd like to offer you, our listeners, if you haven't had your insurance evaluated in the last 6 months or more, because the market's constantly changing, is just go to our website and become a fan of the show at www.toddlaborowitz.com. That's TODDLABOR, like a woman going in labor, WIT.com. And you'll have access to get more information and get in touch with Justin Saltzman, who is a personal insurance agent with Liberty Mutual. Now, one of the things that's interesting about your office is it's like a relationship. You're like a parent taking care of these clients. But when you get to go on vacation, you got to turn that cell phone off. And you have a whole staff in there that will actually step in for you.
You know what's great is we have the support system. I have 2 great service specialists in my office. However, there are offices throughout the state and throughout the country where if you call in, you'll get the same licensed specialist where they will be happy to help you with any question. I also have great support from my manager. So if I do go on vacation, which I just did, and she needs to bind the policy or answer questions, she's there for me and she helps.
Perfect. Well, by the way, if you're just tuning in, I have with me Justin Saltzman, personal insurance agent with Liberty Mutual. I'm your host, Todd Laborowit, and you're listening to Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. Now, Justin, let's get into the auto side. We are a real estate radio show, but let's get into the auto. There's an umbrella policy that I feel is very important because can you explain that to our listeners and the importance of it?
Sure. So if you look at the insurance, if you look at the auto, home, and then life, you have an umbrella that covers everything over top. So you have like 3 phases of a house, and then the umbrella covers over top. So the liability side of things. And I was just telling this story about Hulk Hogan. You know Hulk Hogan, everybody does. He did not have an umbrella policy, and his son Nick got into that horrific car accident. Well, the parents are now suing Hulk Hogan, and that's why he's back doing infomercials, because he didn't have that umbrella policy to come and cover that liability from his son getting into that horrific car accident and killing his friend. And so they're suing him. He has to pay the money somehow, and that's what happened. So Hulk Hogan's actually going after his insurance company to sue them to try to tell the insurance company that they didn't tell him about this umbrella policy.
Wow.
It's pretty interesting stuff.
Well, what I like about the umbrella policy is when there's an accident and it's not your fault and the person can sue, which is anyone, the policy or the payout is so low that an insurance company could pay it out and just you're on your own. But when you have the umbrella policy, they bring in a whole team of lawyers.
And they cover you.
And it's like they're battling over that $1 or $2 million policy, and the lawyers are battling it out rather than you having to battle it out and taking care of whatever your lower amount is. And
especially to pay out of pocket. Nobody wants to pay out of pocket to go into bankruptcy because of an accident, because of their kids, because of anything. And this will protect them.
Right. And it's very affordable. Now, I'm not pushing the umbrella policy, so what I want to offer our listeners is call your CPA, call your financial advisor, see if you have an umbrella policy. If not, see if your CPA or financial advisor says that you should. And if they do say no, please have them call me because I would love to hear their side of the show on this. Well, Justin, I got a question. I know that you coach soccer at a local high school, and you have a lot of passion within that. What I'd like to do is draw a parallel to you doing the insurance side of the business.
Okay.
Tell me what drives you in this insurance business. Like, what are the things that you're seeing out there that just you're like, wow?
People overinsured, people underinsured, making sure they have the right type of coverage for their situation. Having the people after sitting down and going over that insurance review saying, "Oh, I didn't really think about that," or "Oh, I need that coverage." It's a great feeling to make sure that they sleep better at night and I sleep better at night knowing that they're fully covered and fully taken care of.
Like, what are some things that they thought they had that they don't have?
One thing is going over their dwelling coverage when we do a homeowner's insurance policy and knowing that, checking out their coverage to make sure that their house, if they think it's worth $200,000 but they're insured for $130,000, you kind of go through the stuff of saying, hey, why don't we take a look at this? Why don't we see why your dwelling coverage is at this level? The number one claim in Maryland is water backup, and most people do not have that coverage. And so
what exactly is water backup?
So when the backup of the sump pump or soars, so the water comes back up through toilets in the basement, sump pump overflows in the basement, they have that flood there. And this coverage is mostly forgotten on most policies just because the agent doesn't give it to them. I had a situation in PA where the whole block of houses didn't have this coverage. This huge storm came. It made all of this stuff happen. And they were out, $5,000. And it's as simple as just clicking a button to make sure that they have it. So I got to go and meet with them, talk it out, and I got, 3 houses on the block because they didn't have the coverage.
Well, it sounds like to me, Justin, that a lot of people need to get their insurance reviewed. And what I'd like to offer you, our listeners, is the opportunity to get a free insurance review of what you have. Justin will put the whole entire stuff together so you can review, see what you have, what you don't have. You can get a quote from him. You can get a quote from your person that you're currently with. If they're not telling you about it now, I don't know why you would want to stay with them. But to get more information about that, please become a fan of the show at www.toddlaborowit.com. That's TODDLABOR, like a woman going in labor, WIT.com. And that will give you access to get more information and get in touch with Justin Saltzman, who is personal insurance agent with Liberty Mutual. Well, Justin, thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
I appreciate all the input, and hopefully you'll be able to help out a lot of our listeners.
Great. Thank you.
Coming up next, we have Mortgage Matters with yours truly. We'll be talking about out-of-town lenders and appraisals coming in low and messing up the sales contract.
You have spent your life providing for and protecting your family. Trust your legacy to the attorneys at Alleghi Anderson. At Alleghi Anderson, we know how important it is for every person to have an estate plan, and so we've made our estate plan packages affordable to every person. The comprehensive plans at Alleghi Anderson include healthcare powers of attorney and financial powers of attorney. Give your family peace of mind in an uncertain world. Visit AlleghiAnderson.com, that's ALEGI Anderson.com, and set up a free estate planning consultation.